Point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much. We've seen too much. We've been through too much. We are experiencing way too much. God to reveal himself to us over and over again for us to go back to where we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim. SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised. All you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours, man, because I'm fully living in mine. Just back with another quick word. Do you believe in God or the concept of God? Because I realize there's a lot of people who, A, don't even believe at all. Two, only believe in the concept, meaning that you know God exists, but you don't trust him with your life. And then you got others who truly believe in God and they depend on God for everything. You know what I'm saying? And every dream and every hope, every desire, you trust him through your ups, through your downs, through your becomings, through your undoings. And you just continue to walk firm and stand on that faith and let it build you up and keep you up. But it's a lot of people who just flirt with the concept of God. And they think that that's enough to get them in, to get them what they want, get them what they need out of life. And it is not enough, because at some point, you should want to give your all, because you realize that each day that God is giving his all to you. And it's a lot of people that want proof when you are the proof, when your children are the proof, when your family is the proof, when you look at the experiences that you have overcome and made it through. That's proof enough. What do you want Jesus to go back on the cross and suffer and die all over again? It has to get that bad that you want this man who has done his work, who's done his just do more than enough, to go from where he is, you feel me, to come down here because we can't do it. You really want God to make the rocks cry out, bro? Is it really that few and that scarce of true believers and true worshipers, bro? And it is so. They say that only 10% of the entire population believe. So you think about the billions of people that we have on this population, and only 10% believe, and less than that, really, because it's only few that are actually in action, that are activated, and that are truly living what they feel, what they think, what they know, what they believe in. They truly follow and trust, the Creator, that he's going to make your path straight and he's going to get you to a destination. He's going to get you to a starting point to where you can live completely free. And it's a lot of people that are comfortable being in the system. They're comfortable being a pawn. They're comfortable being in a farm. They're comfortable being in the herd and following the masses to a shallow grave that is filled with plenty of bodies, bro, that still had dreams and goals and visions and aspirations in them. Like, they went to the grave with everything that God sent them here with. The talents that they were given, they buried it in the ground. They did not multiply. They were not fruitful. They were not living according to the fullness of the plan that God promised you. So it's always an emptiness there. It's always a void there. It's always a regret there. And you don't want to meet your last day and feel like that and see all the life that you had left. Man, I don't want to see nothing but light, pearly gates, that big mansion that never ends, them gold paved roads. That's all I want to hear is singing, "Job well done, my good and faithful servant." That's it. I know I'm doing my thing, man. And every day I get up and I push myself to be who I know I am. And that is a believer of God, that is a servant of God, that is assistant of God, and I just be sensitive and I be open and I be still enough to accept what God is telling me, to listen to the guidance and to advice and to the support that he gives me. I receive the comfort and the peace beyond understanding that he provides when life is throwing you every which way and you can't seem to catch a hold of anything, because every time you think you got it built up, something comes and is trying to take away your momentum, take away your motion. You know what I'm saying? But it can never take away your spirit. It can never take away your faith, because once God marks you as his, you can never be plucked from his hand. Like you can't even do it. Like you don't even feel comfortable going back to the way that you used to be. You don't even want to go back to the way you used to think, in the ways that you used to behave and speak and feel about yourself and towards others. Like you don't want to go back to that darkness. You don't want to go back to the pessimistic thinking, to where you allowing situations that are temporary cause you to give up right there on life. You know what I'm saying? So we want to continue to push in the direction that we in, and that's true north. That's following God's way, and it gets crazy. It gets mysterious. It gets supernatural. It gets miraculous. It gets all type of ways, and that's when you can see the separation between the people who only believe in the concept of God and the people who believe in God for real, because we all talk about the same God. We all go to the same God. That's what we all say. We all in the same churches. We all know the same songs. We all know the same scriptures. We all these things. So it's like, okay, something is similar, but what separates you is the mentality and the level of the relationship that you have with God. Like some people don't go to God like you do every day. Some people don't start their day with God. Some people not constantly talking to God. Excuse me. Because that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to communicate without ceasing. He wants you to seek him without ever stopping. He wants you to continue to trust him without doubting. You can have your questions. You can have your moments where you feel like, okay, God, like I'm at my limits. I'm at, the point where I really need you to do a thing and take whatever I have given you and make it so that it is edifying to me, to where I have enough to make it to the day that ultimately you have set aside for me to be coronated and to be crowned and to be given the keys to life for real and able to be free, and then offer others that same type of freedom who want it. But you can't do that without God. Like you gonna continue to run this rat race and realize too late that you was doing maybe the right things but for the wrong reasons. Yeah, you believe, but not enough. And now when you transition and when you thinking about the next life and when you thinking about eternity, you have a question there. You shouldn't have a question there. We've been here too long. God been with us too long, bro. Like we've been seeing God's hand in our life. And if you go back and you look at everything that you've been through, all these events that could have destroyed you, could have took you out, could have left you in a different mental state, could have left you behind bars, could have left you catatonic, you know what I'm saying? Could have left you paralyzed, all these things, and you walked away scot-free, and you walked away with a lesson, you walked away with love, you walked away with grace, you walked away with compassion, you walked away with humility. And when you offer these things to people, that's why, because you understand that you came from the worst of the worst. And now that you're looking to be the best of the best, you got to go through that mud again in order to get back to that mountain where you could climb it. We at the peak, we looking over, and we got to plant our flag. We got to get that roar, bro, and let this nation know that you're here. And you can only do that with your light. You can only do that with your talents, gifts. You can only do that with the things that God has blessed you with. You can only do that with your skills and your abilities. You can only do that with your voice. So you got to give praise to God. You got to give thanks to God no matter what. And that's the difference, because we see people that only believe in God and only love God when it's going their way, when it's only going a certain way, when they got a certain amount in their bank account, when they driving this car, when they got this job, when they got this person that they laying next to, when they kids listening, you feel me, when everything going according. But as soon as they get some bad news, as soon as trouble come their way, as soon as a storm brew, then we seeing them jump ship, we seeing them quit, we seeing them give up, we seeing them curse God, we seeing them turn their back on God. You know what I'm saying? Just because life is testing you. Don't let these things break you down. You know what I'm saying? Allow these things to refine you. Allow these things to give you a shine that only you can get through being tested and tried and be made true through God's eyes, bro. Not the world's, not man's, not woman's, bro. You want to be deemed good and innocent in God's eyes. And when you get that favor and you just keep working, you just keep moving, you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, you're going to get exactly where you are. And that celebration going to hit different. That cry, them tears is going to hit different because you went through so much to get to where you are. You appreciate everything. And when you get to your day, when you get to your moments, when you get to these experiences to where you can really see why God did what he did, and it makes sense, and it's like you accepting of everything, and you understand that you couldn't get to where you are, you can't get to where you're trying to be without first going through all that. Man, it's a different type of joy. It's a different type of peace, because you know you wasn't just hurting for no reason. You know you just didn't experience some things for no reason. And that's how you know you truly, truly believe in God, because you know he gonna get you somewhere. You know he not gonna lead you in the dark. You know he not gonna forsake you. He not gonna forget about you. He not gonna just let you die and leave you high and dry and just leave you into darkness and avoid it. There's nothing after that. Nah, bro. Your life is for a reason. Your thoughts, your looks, everything about you is for a reason. It's to fulfill your purpose and to fulfill your role in this kingdom. And once you accept that, once you wholeheartedly believe that, and once you have your purpose, bro, like that's it. Ball game over. And there's a lot of people that don't have their purpose, or they don't have their reasons why, because it hasn't been revealed to them. But you just got to keep going back to God, and then you got to feel comfortable knowing that whatever you put here to be is something that you already doing. It's somebody that you already are. So you ain't got to look far in order to discover yourself. You just got to look within and listen to that higher self. Listen to that small voice on the inside, and just trust the knowing. And really that's the difference, because we seeing people go through all type of stuff and they remain the same. They remain consistent. They remain with that smile in their face, that joy on their lips, that praise in their heart. You know what I'm saying? That vision on their mind, and God consumes their entire being, and you can see that they will go through any fire and not get burned. The people who would try to put them in that furnace and set that temperature 7 times higher, they will be consumed. Not the person, bro, not the believer. God is going to always be with you, and where people see you, they do see God, because you carry his presence and you keep him alive by everything that you are and everything that you do. So just continue to believe in God, bro, not the concept of God. That's not enough. That's like being attracted to somebody and they cute and you like to flirt and everything, but the minute that person say, let's make this steady, now them looks and that smile and that body parts is not enough, because why you want more? God is the same way, and that's how people treat God, like he just cute, you know what I'm saying? And nah, bro, he put all this together. So who else better to be with than the one who knows all, who is all, who does all? So just continue to believe, continue to trust, not just in God, but yourself, and continue to be confident in all that you are, and use everything about you just to manifest the desires of your heart, because it's right here. God is right here, right now. But just stay safe, put on the whole armor and weaponize it, and go out here and live your life and just light it up, man. Haunt the night. Till next time, Slim.